Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, to our channel. For all of those crocheter or wanted to start learning how to crochet, here are my take in what item you can buy so you can start learning how to crochet. So disclaimer, this is my opinion. I know maybe it will be controversial to others, but this is just my opinion in what you can buy to start. Because it's depend on your money or how much you can spend, and for me this is what is necessary since I do have a business-ish. I do have a shop, so yeah. So let's start. So that's a disclaimer, and you do you, whatever you wanted to buy, but this is just the basic things that I think is necessary to start learning and doing crochet. So for the knitters out there, I don't know how to knit. I think I know a little, but I don't knit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will learn how to knit. I'll try, but in the meantime, I don't know how to do it. So I think I know how to knit stitch and purl stitch, but I learned crochet first. So yeah. So let's begin. For our first item, it will be the crochet. I will link all the shop where I bought the materials like crochet hooks and yarn, all those things. I will link the shop where I buy them down below. So don't worry. And then, so here is my crochet hook. This is all my crochet hooks. I bought those like pack of eight before before I only have one hook. I only have this for, as you can see, it's a gold hook, but because it's literally old. It's been more than 10 years I've been using this. Only this hook I've been using, and I'm okay with it. You only need like the basic size. I think this one is 3.5 and 3 millimeter hooked. But now when I was in Macau, I used that one, but now I am using more on the 4 millimeter hooked. This 4 millimeter hooked, it's much more common for me because I use this for the boho coasters, and this is perfect size for me. As you can see, it's light pink already. Well, the other, you see the color. This is very rare for me to use a 6 millimeter hooked. So you can buy the one with like a set one already in set, and you can buy the cheap one. You don't need, for my opinion, you don't need like the expensive yarn set or hooked. This works for me, literally. And I bought this, I think, before. It's been years since I bought it, but I remember I bought it around 80 pesos plus, or less than 100 pesos. But now I think they changed the price, but it's more than 100 pesos. So for the set already. So you're just learning, you're good with the not expensive. So there you go. This is like the diamond. You know, I did the diamond painting, and this is the leftover beads of those things. So I put it here. So this is all the yarn, and this is all the hook that I need. And the yarns. So second item is yarn. So yarn. For the yarn, I would say there's a specific yarn for a specific project. For example, for the boho coaster, I use Indophil yarn. For the flower coaster, I used milk cotton yarn. For the book, for the charm, bag charm, I also use milk cotton yarn. For the scrunchies, I'll be using this yarn. For the bandanas, I use polyester yarn. So seriously, it's depend on you, or I don't know how to choose the yarn. To be perfectly honest, I just use what I think will work. What will work? Because I use Indophil yarn for the boho coaster because it's already like a strand. It's not twist, so it's much more easier for me to use that. For the coasters, the boho coaster, because of the fringe, and because it's acrylic, I think Indophil yarn is acrylic. It's kind of waterproof. I use it, and then the water don't easily go in, so it's a little waterproof. It doesn't absorb that much. So I think so. I just noticed that one. So okay, next up would be yarn. So the second is yarn. So my third necessity is scissor. Where's my scissor? There. Scissor. I use a scissor. This is Tailor, the one that's for cutting fabric. And this is, I only use this for cutting the fringe, trimming the fringe for the boho coaster. So I use this. I think it's necessary for me, but I only use that one for cutting the fabric. I don't use that in like any other random things that I need. I have other scissor for the other random things, but I use that specifically for the boho coaster for cutting the fringe, or if I working on something, I use that one. So that's so in some people you don't really need scissor. You can use like a clipper, nail clipper or something, but I cannot use nail clipper in cutting the fringe, so it's a necessity for me. But if you're not doing the boho coasters, or you're doing a garment and you just need to snip it, other things can be used. So yeah, that's a disclaimer. And then fourth item is, that's pretty much what's necessary for me, those three items. The fourth item for me is stitch marker. This is not really necessarily, it helps, but not really. It helps, but you can do crochet even without this. It can help, but so I use this crochet marker, stitch marker. I use that for like marking, so that I don't need to count that many, so it will help me to count or keep track of the row or something like that. But I rarely used it, so I think you need it if you have a specific project. But if you're doing amigurumi, I don't know, but you know, when you're doing the flushing and stuff like that, you need this, I think, but or doing the garments or anything, but it's depends on you. You can use like a scrap yarn, like tiny yarn, to make a knot of it, and then you can use it. It's depend on you as well. It can help, but it's not literally necessary, to my opinion. Disclaimer. So next item is a ball winder, yarn winder. Yeah, this one. This can help, but as long as you already have like in a skein or so, I use this one, but not that often. It can help so that it's easier to pull the yarn in the middle, and it can work much more first. You can crochet a lot more faster if it's in a cake. Your yarn is in a cake, and then you just pull the center and everything will be okay. So it helps, especially if I have like I bowl the yarn. It's hard when your yarn is literally in bowl and you don't, something like that. But this can help, but you don't necessarily need it, but it can help. Yeah. So this is item number 5, the ball winder, yarn winder. That's pretty much it. That's the only item I have. That's the only item I have, and I don't want to buy those unnecessarily things. And that's pretty much it. I only have 5 items to show you because I don't have other items, other materials or crochet accessories or anything like that. The project bags, I think it's not necessary as well. You just, if you wanted to like organize all your projects in like a bag, you choose old items, like old bags that you don't use, or plastic bag or Ziploc bag or whatever is available in your home. You don't need to buy those cute thing. I have a lot of bag inside the house, so technically I don't use them. I sometimes use this one. That's pretty much it. I use this, and it's not even organized. So you just use random bags to organize things. That's it. So that's my hot take. Is it hot take? I'm not so sure, but that's my take and the basic things you needed to so that you can start crocheting and learning crocheting. That's literally, you can start learning crochet by just buying the yarn and the hook. That's it. Basic. That's very basic you need. So yeah, it's depend on you. If you wanted to buy something, go buy those things. But for me, I don't need it. It will just collect dust. So that's pretty much it. Comment below if you have learned something, or comment below what crochet items or something you think is necessary. What's wrong? My God, what's happening? Okay, comment down below your suggestion, items you use that is important, and that it's important in crocheting, that it must have other than the list. And that's it. Comment, like, subscribe, do your thing, whatever it is. Enjoy. Bye. My God, there's a lot of mosquito. Why they keep on showing up? Bye.